guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I am your captain for this evening and master of the games. Tonight we will be continuing after our week's break in the Age of Dragons campaign. We are now on session 3. You guys are level 2. I think you all leveled up your characters last session, at the end of last session. So, without further ado, and I apologise, Sir Basils, I have not done your token that you sent me, so give me a moment and I will get that sorted for you. In the meantime, who would like to go ahead and do the recap for me from last session?
Steven, that's your cue!
Me?
Yes!
Is this because you didn't write any notes there, Brett?
It's not because of that, but it's because, in a very strange coincidence, my dog definitely ate my session notes.
Did they actually?
Man.
I am curious now.
Can't
Did they
count
actually?
No, they're just in my car, and I don't want to walk all the way downstairs.
What are they doing in your car? Do you know what? Brett, you can do it from memory now.
Son of a bitch! Okay, well, we had a wonderful time having a conversation with a retired adventurer, and she imparted some interesting knowledge. Also made Benji question his well, a lot of things about Benji, but we'll cross that bridge later. We then, I believe we got some rest, went to the temple in town, met the wonderful head proprietor, whose name I believe was Bartholomew. He let us walk around. We got to see 2 very interesting orbs. I believe that they were representative of the 2 deities that are enshrined or worshipped inside of the temple. After some interesting mishaps, a little bit of choring, and then trying to get some sleep, we woke up to the town crowd knocking down at the temple's doors, demanding sanctuary, demanding to be let in at the behest of the town mayor, because the armies of Crudon were approaching the town in order to, I assume, lay down martial law, impose the double tax, and all the other things that he did indeed quite menacingly promise to inflict upon the town. But the temple residents were unwilling to really come to a resolution regarding this. But thanks to our favorite paladin and his really great talking skills and conversational anecdotes, he did manage to broker a bit of a kind of working relationship with the townsfolk and the temple's priests, and we managed to drag one of those orbs out into the center of town. We convinced the townsfolk to help engage in essentially a group prayer to help expand the protection of the orb, and about an hour before we were at a time, thankfully everything sort of took place. The orb is now encircling the town, and I believe we left off with the armies of Crudon setting up camp outside of the perimeter of said orb.
Very well done.
See? I don't need no notes.
Was you using Archivist?
I am not. I will be very honest. I clicked on it for 2 seconds to look up what the deities were, and I remembered one of them was Karlak. I could not think of the other one.
That's fine. That was absolutely perfect. You may, if you do not already, have an inspiration for that.
Yeah!
That was very well done. Very impressed.
I'll take it. Thank you.
And it also, I made you work for that pedestal protection. I made you work hard.
That's okay. That's okay. We don't shy away from hard work in these parts.
So, you guys can see, as I say, around the edge, and the very edge of this like constant storm that is going on around you, Crudan's armies are literally sitting and setting up camps around the outside of this field. You can see there is looks of concern on the townsfolk's faces. You know, you've got people that are sort of wondering, how long can this last? How long can we survive like this? You can see the worry on like the faces of the mothers and the children. You can see there are a few guys within the town who are sort of burling themselves up and, you know, come on, we can do this, we can take it. They absolutely would not. If they were to step 1 foot outside of this protective field, they would most likely be slaughtered on sight at this point. Is there anything you guys at this moment in time would like to do?
I want to go talk to the High Priest Bartholomew,
Sure.
at least.
Of course you may. What would you like to go and say to him?
So I just walk up to him and just be like, a High Priest Bartholomew, this fear that attacks us, can any spells get in or out?
Only if they tried very, very hard. For now, we are protected.
Just wanted to confirm that I can't cast any spells outside the sphere.
Again, if you try very, very hard, you might be able to, but other than that, we are both protected and hemmed in, it seems.
Do you recognize anyone out there? Have you seen anyone before?
Sorry, you're very quiet, Auric. Are you able to turn yourself up at all?
Settings.
We can't hear you at all now.
Oh no. Steven, say nothing if you want me to have all of your stuff. I get all the stuff! Yay!
Okay, I'll start moving inventories over now. Auric, what have you done to yourself? It's no good you exclaiming you don't know because we can't hear what you're saying.
It's still funny to watch the motions, though. He's making he's really convincing me that he has a future as a mime right now.
Come on, Stevie boy. Oh, he just dropped.
It's Barrett.
Hopefully he comes back.
He said in a minute, so I'm just gonna be over here being annoying and timing him.
Oh, fair enough.
16, 17, 18.
Hear me
19.
now.
Yes.
We can
Yeah.
Do I sound better?
Yes, ever so slightly, but yes.
Okay. I'll take it slightly, but try to talk a little louder.
So,
Move it closer.
there we go. You're fine now. I'll just turn the music down.
Oh. I think I was just asking if he recognized anyone or have seen them before.
No. I do not. I spend my life in the temple. For this very reason. In the hopes that the storm will cleanse.
Well, I appreciate your hospitality. I'll make sure to do what I can to help keep you all safe for what you've done.
Actually, there may be something you can do.
Name it.
There's a rumor floating around that some years ago there was a passageway deep beneath the city. I wonder if you might try and smoke it out for us.
I'll see what I can do. I'll go ask the mayor, see if he knows any about this.
The mayor don't know his ass from his elbow.
Any idea who may?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a rumour, mind. It might be complete codswallop.
Some rumors are based on a little bit of truth. We'll find it.
Where did you hear the rumor from?
Oh, jeez!
Sorry.
I heard it from ancient books. I read it more than heard it.
I was about to
Inside
say,
the temple. Sorry. Go ahead, Benjay. I'm sorry.
it's alright.
Rattled the chain.
It's alright. I was just about to ask him how he heard something from a book. I didn't know books talk, but he rectified it. He already rectified it. Don't mind me. I'm just taking in the information.
Where did you read these books?
They're in the library in the temple.
Can we go take a look?
We can certainly try to have a look, but the concern there is if we leave out here, who knows what might happen.
Is there someone you can have go get the book? Sorry, Benji, I keep talking over you.
It's alright. I was just gonna say, I could stay out here and keep an eye on things if you wanted to go peruse the library for just a moment.
Have you been drinking again?
No.
Can you make me a deception check with disadvantage?
No! Can't do this. Alright, where's my deception? Son of a bitch, that would have been really good.
Do not be ashamed. Not everyone can hold their liquor like a true dwarf. And he puts his hand on your shoulder, and you suddenly feel this like wash of relief come over you as you sort of start to sober up. Only it comes with a slight side effect that you are also given an immediate hangover.
What? Damn it! Every time I try to lessen the impending doom of dying, someone goes and sobers me up. Never fails.
Now you may keep watch if you like.
I think I'll go do that. Just gonna scuttle off while you all go, further your education and learn things. And I will.
Is anyone going to stay and keep an eye on Benji in case he starts drinking the town's supply of mead?
Don't anyone say shit.
Am I with the group?
You're all together as far as I'm aware.
Okay, then I'd like to volunteer and stay with Benji.
See, there's a good man. Basilisk is gonna stay with us.
Yes, I look over Benji like, where's the closest tavern?
I've been trying to figure out the same thing for like 2 days.
Stayed in a tavern.
That wasn't the greatest one though. There could be a better one somewhere.
We need the finest wine and ale.
I tell you what, I'm 100% with you. First, the impending doom of potentially dying and being horribly mutilated and stabbed repeatedly and burnt to a crisp by a fire-eating dragon. Secondly, lots of booze. But the first thing.
But answer me this: wouldn't the first thing be easier to do with booze, though?
It would, but they keep on stopping me, and it's becoming very bothersome.
They're about to go in the library. We're going to be alone. Let's just...
Auric, he's a bad influence on me. He's making me think things I shouldn't.
It's about time you started thinking.
But it's hard.
Maybe if you weren't so hungover all the time, you might be able to get through something.
Jeez. I only have one but father. I don't need another. Anyway, to the town square. Let's go look at things and possibly, hopefully not die.
Yahoo! And I jump and kick my heels.
So, Benji and... Sorry.
Basil.
Yeah, Benji and Basil.
Basil's American accent.
Basil Brush. Which is ironic, because Basil Brush is a fox and you're playing a rabbit, but that's neither here nor there. Right, so Sir Basil's and Benji, you guys are going off to get absolutely mutilated in the tavern. The rest of you are planning on heading to the library to try and look for some clues as to this underground passage.
I was also going to turn to Judas and ask if you see the old lady who turns into a mouse. She seems to have been here for a while. She may know something about this. Don't know if that's something you're comfortable with.
I just realised something. What haven't I put into the chat, guys? What isn't currently taking notes for us?
Oh no.
I don't know who is dedicated to
Brett.
your mind.
That's Brett.
What?
It's always you, Brett.
I know. I'm sorry. I have a bit of a distraction. I can only keep one hand free and the other hand's on the mouse, so I'm basically handless right now.
My Discord's going to look a bit weird for you guys watching the stream currently. Bear with me 2 seconds whilst I fix my fix my tools because I am being a tool myself.
That's what she said?
Ow.
Hey, being called a tool is not a bad thing because that's implying that you're useful.
So, just to very quickly recap the start of this session, you have spoken to Bartholomew, who has told you there are rumours of an underground passageway to get out of the town. And then, so 4 of you have decided to go to the library, and Sir Basil's and Benji are most definitely not going to go and get drunk. As the rest of you go to the library to try and recover some information regarding these passageways.
I would actually like to stay, not necessarily go with Benji and Basil, but actually keep an eye on things.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm actually keeping an eye on things. It's just it's only one eye, and the other one is also doing something else.
We got this. It's always going to be under control. We're fine.
Yeah, don't talk about my wonky eye just because I can't keep an eye on everything. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm staying.
It's probably for the best. We actually need an adult here.
Yeah, thank you. Or a responsible child, either one.
So. Judas? No, sorry, Jenling is you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Jenling, Benji, and Basil, thank you. So I will get used to these names. You guys are sticking around in the main town square, keeping an eye on things on the outside of town. We will come back to you in a little while. In the meantime, if Sir Basil and Benji are planning on having a drink, please can you make me some constitution saving throws?
Well, I was kind of hoping we could do something.
We will come around
Benji.
to that in a second. We will come around to that.
Okay.
All right, boy, help me.
How do I make this roll?
On your character sheet, on the main page, on the right-hand side, and then you will just need to double-click the save.
You said double click the Constitution?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So we will come back to you guys in a very short while.
I'm scared.
You should be.
For the sensible 3, so that is
What?
Auric, Judas, and who am I missing?
Calvin.
Kelvin.
Sorry, it's because your character sheet's not up on the top corner. If you open your character sheet, you appear at the top for me. Don't know why. Hold on.
I still can't get into Fantasy Grounds, so I'm working on it.
Oh, you can't get into Fantasy Grounds.
Nope.
Are you disconnecting as soon as it says acquiring file list?
No, like I sat on it for like 15-20 minutes and then disconnected and tried again. So I'm trying to work on something.
You're not connecting through like a VPN or anything, are you?
Nope.
Don't know. If we need rolls from you, I will happily throw the dice for you. Or if you've got a set of real dice, I can tell you what your modifiers are. It's not a problem.
Sounds good.
And Judas, there we go. So, that's better. Now we can see all the character names. Ow. Just caught myself with my clippers. Yeah, so the three of you go to the library. Within the temple, there is a small room with a few select bookshelves and some books on the, on the shelves. These books appear to be quite old, very dusty, and there doesn't appear to be any kind of organisational method to them being there.
I didn't happen to hear, but did we hear if we had any reference to what book we're looking for?
No reference was given. He just said he found it in an old book. No one actually thought to ask him which book it was.
Sorry, I don't think that far in advance.
I mean, it's going to be very time consuming to try to look through every book to try to figure out what we're looking for.
I can get started if you want to go ask.
I will go do that. I'll go back and ask what book he was referring to.
So as you head back, it will take you a good 20-30 minutes to get there.
Oh.
They are right near the top of the town, and you're going all the way to the temple, and then all the way through the temple.
Okay.
If that's still what you want to try and do.
I think that's what I'll do. I highly doubt I have the skill to try to figure out which one it is for, taking an hour.
With the party well and truly split up now, I
think
when I really enjoy D&D is when I can really get you all on your own. There is nothing ominous about this whatsoever. The DM hasn't planned for this at all.
No, not at all.
I mean, you guys can ask.
Well, at least
you guys can ask Courtney and Carrie. This is the kind of bullshit that I always pull, and I always manage to pull it off perfectly without a hitch.
Yeah, he figures us out quite fondly, and then figures out how to split us up.
at least most of us have a buddy.
Trying to use the buddy system doesn't work.
What's wrong with the bunny system?
The buddy system doesn't work.
The bunny system.
So the two of you in the library now, which is Kelvin and Jenling.
Orc.
Oric, sorry.
Jenling's outside.
Yeah, Jenling's with the other.
Sorry,
I'm all by myself.
Kelvin and Oric. Whilst your compadre decides he's going to disappear and try and find out the name of the book, are you guys going to use any kind of method to working out which book it was?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I'm done.
Or do you want me to leave you to think on that for a moment? I think I'll leave you to think on that for a moment, see if you guys can come up with something. Meanwhile, we'll snap over to Sir... I hate saying this word. Sir Basil's.
Good job.
And Benji. From now on, you will be just called Baz. That way there can be no arguments. So, Baz and...
Benji.
Benji, thank you.
I'm pretty sure it's Baze, actually. Not Baz, it's Baze.
Stop.
Only for you. I can be your bae.
Bay.
So guys, just as an FYI, I've got children upstairs that are fast asleep, and I've got to try and like keep my level at a certain like decadence.
Sounds like a DM problem.
No, don't do
I
that.
second that vote.
No,
Guys,
no, don't do that.
we're all gonna die.
He's got to deal with the kids. We're dead.
Skill
Y'all better
issue.
start thinking of your next character.
Alright, here comes the bard.
I'll just borrow one of Andy's characters. He's got like 5 preloaded.
My God.
Right. So, anyway, snapping back to Baz and Benji, and for the moment, Jenling, because you are all together. Shut up, yawning. Well, what did you guys want to do? Because I know one of you said you wanted to try and do something first.
Yes. Benji, do me a favor. Wait by the door in case something happens. If something happens, let me know and I'll come. Okay?
But
I want to talk. I want to talk to the barkeep right fast.
Okay.
Well, make it quick, okay? Like, I can only see in a very specific amount of direction.
Okay,
But, you know,
focus.
I got this. I can keep. I will remain a motionful sentry, and I will keep my diligence on high alert. Go do what you need to do.
I have. Sir Basil's has no faith in that whatsoever. He says, "Perfect," and he runs over to the barkeep. Excuse me, barkeep.
Yes.
So we have an issue going on, obviously, with the whole bubble army outside. We need a couple of kegs of your most flammable liquor. We need this for defense of the town, and you can put this on Bartholomew's tab.
Are you sure he signed off on this?
Yes, he did.
Okay. I got no reason to doubt you, lovey. And she sort of snaps her fingers, and you see one of the, like, some of the town help bringing up a couple of barrels.
Fantastic. And could I also bother you for a couple of rags?
Certainly. And she
Fantastic.
gets you some very old and dirty looking rags. It looks like she hasn't replaced her rags for a very, very long time.
As long as they're flammable, that's all that matters. Thank you so much. And I take one of the kegs and I start to roll it, and I signal Benji to grab the other one.
What? Did you threat? What did you? How did?
Just get the rails outside first.
Wait. Fine.
Okay,
I'll go
so
help.
you never actually got round to drinking. I like it. So you bring these barrels outside. Jenling, whilst they're doing that, what are you doing?
So I would like to pull.
Jenling.
Am I allowed to speak now?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to walk around the town and just kind of keep an eye on the people, see if there's like anything out of the ordinary that I may catch, or
Can you make me a perception check?
I can try.
$13, not bad. As you're wandering through the town, obviously, everyone is a certain level of panic towards them, except one young lad. He is human in nature, which is odd in itself for this town, and He looks to be, maybe 13, possibly 14. And he seems...
You said he looked...
Seems really confident in himself.
Okay. I would like to go talk to him.
You may go talk to him.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I want to go talk to him.
Oh, hi.
Hello, what's your name?
My name? They call me, they call me Devin.
And who are they? Do you have parents?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Yeah, kind of.
Can you explain, please?
Well, I have people who look after me.
Okay, and where are they at?
They're around here somewhere.
Can I help you find them?
Oh no, I'm okay, really. I mean, I'm a tough lad.
Yeah, I see that. And this getting to, I feel like during this time it's probably best if you go be with your guardians.
Yeah, no, they'll be along fairly soon. I'm sure.
So then you wouldn't mind if I stay with you?
I think that might aren't you one of them that was helping get the whole defense thing set up?
Yes.
Shouldn't you be doing something like that then?
I mean, we got a couple things going on, but I'm just keeping an eye on the town itself.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I don't think so. You're up to something and I don't like it, sir.
Oh, I'm not up to anything.
I stare him down. Okay. I'm gonna slowly walk away.
Oh, are you actually going to walk away?
Very, very slowly. I'm gonna keep an eye on him though.
Sure, he starts walking in the opposite direction.
Shit. Can I sneak and follow him?
Make me a stealth check.
That won't be good.
Well, what did you expect me to ask you for?
Yeah, I know, but
I'd like to sneak, but I will do it loudly.
yeah, pretty much. Maybe I just want him to know my presence.
A 4 is not great.
No, it's not.
With that, can you, in the dice tower, which you should see is the little scrap piece of paper with an image of a castle on it, could you please throw a Constitution saving throw in there, please?
How do I do that?
Drag and drop the dice over the tower.
Constitution saving. Drag it. Oh, that's rude.
You can't. Can you see it or no?
No.
Oh, that's brilliant. It does work then.
I feel like we should do that for fate rolls.
Wow. The most devious of things.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you've at least got the TikTok open, Carrie. So don't.
I'm not saying anything, but that's just rude.
So, with that being said, who was I going to move on to next? Let's jump to... So, we've done you. Oric and Benji. Did you guys come up with something for the library? Not Oric and Benji, sorry. Was it Oric? No, Oric and Kelvin. Apologies.
Kelvin. Yeah. Only thing I got is eeny, meeny, miny, moe method like Kelvin. Because I got nothing in the way of this.
Well, you guys better get a crack-a-lacking. Can you make me an investigation check, please?
Oh.
Oh, you managed to get in, that's good.
Hey!
Nat 20 minus 2, baby. 18.
That's really good for an average of 9. No, 10.5 is the average there, sorry. Or 10. Yeah, 10 is the average. It's a good job I wasn't doing it on averages, isn't it? Kelvin, as you're looking through these books, you notice that each of them, although they are not in order, does have an index number in the top right hand corner on the first page of each book, but they are significantly out of order. Can I get an insight check from you both, please? And yes, it is possible to insight check other things other than people.
Are you shitting me? I have a +6 in insight.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
So, although you've sort of figured out how these index numbers go in order, it looks like you're going to have to manually put them in order first and then work out which book it is you need.
Okay, I'll leave it to Oric. He's smarter.
Not by much.
So a one-man job doing a 6-person job. Good job.
I feel kind of bad. I kind of internally heard you say not Oric, but I thought you said I'll leave it to the dork, and I was like, shit. All right.
No, I did not say leave it to the dork.
Poor
Don't-
dork.
Don't be putting words in my mouth. Oh, you guys are going to kill me tonight, aren't you?
Where's the hard help when you need it? People who actually work here. Where's the
think-
bell?
I think
Yes,
he's in the marketplace somewhere. You're hired help. So, with Oric now going through them, looking up the index number, and trying to put them in order to try and get some sense out of the books. What are you going to be doing in the meantime, Kelvin? Kelvin. He's muted himself, so I don't know if he's talking or not.
And he's gone.
Well, now he's just died.
Oh,
Black.
sorry.
Rodu character.
Well, he's disappeared. So, with that, we are going to snap back to Genling very briefly, who has no idea what's going on yet, and is going to continue to not know what is going on yet. Judas and Benji and Basil. Actually, no, Benji and Basil first.
Oh, okay.
You guys are rolling out barrels. As you're rolling these barrels out of the tavern, can you both please make me a perception check?
All right.
Zama.
So sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
Base, you
What
don't
is
have to
perception?
apologize for anything.
Perception.
But Brett does. Brett needs.
Brett definitely does, yeah.
So, perception is under the skills tab, which is
I-
the second tab down, and is about halfway down through your skills. Little over halfway. It's all in alphabetical order.
So under library, or under player, excuse me.
What have you lost?
How to make this roll?
So open up your character sheet by double clicking on your portrait. On the side of your character sheet, there are a number of tabs down the right hand side. The second one down is skills. And then perception. Perception is about halfway down.
Oh god.
Have you got it?
No. Here you go. Help me.
So
So
you see, yeah. Look at your screen. You see your little care sheet. The thing on the side that says skills. Just click on it. On the right side.
See, saves, specials. I'm not seeing skill.
On the side of your character sheet.
The small one. On
Like-
top of the map.
Yeah. Look.
Scroll.
You're looking at saves and all that stuff, but on the very right of the entire thing that you can drag about, there's little tabs,
Yeah. Okay.
and one of them says
So-
skills.
Should be the second one down. No,
No, that's too far over.
Like,
Oh Jesus! I see it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
There we go. There we go. Round of applause, everyone.
Yay me. Never mind. What the hell were we? Perception.
Yep.
please do better than me.
Hey, I did better than you.
That's just how the cookie crumbles.
On a 21, in the very distance, you catch the back profile of Jen Ling walking down a side street. Can you make me an
I turned
insight
the-
check?
Damn.
What the?
Brett really is the problem.
Someone got fancy. So Basils, can you stop your stream for me, please?
Can I swap it?
Stop it.
Oh, stop it. Yes,
Yes.
I can stop it.
It's just because of where the cameras,
Yeah.
the camera thing works on the stream. So, as you catch the back profile of Jenling, you immediately get the sense that something is wrong. The way she is walking seems off. Doesn't seem quite right.
I look over at Benji. Should we go investigate? I point over at Jenling.
Well, we're investigating things. What about the barrels? What are we doing the barrels for? Are we investigating or doing the barrels?
Okay, how about I set the barrels up. You go to Jenling, and as soon as I'm done, I'll meet up with you.
Where? Say, can you just point in the general direction of which I'm supposed to go? Because I'm having a hard time seeing more than 5 feet in front of me right now.
Shit. Okay, take this rag. Can we just set these barrels up super fast? I just want to make a really large Molotov cocktail.
I know what you're doing. But remember, that's going to take time.
Okay.
If you're trying to do something with these barrels, I can do things if you just give me some broad instructions and you can go exploring. I'm quite good at taking instructions. I promise.
Take these barrels to the top of the temple stairs.
Uh-huh.
Take the rag.
Uh-huh.
I just lose more faith in Benji's ability to do it. And seal the rag in the barrel, like with it sticking out so we can light it.
Uh-huh.
Just come with me, we're gonna go find Jenling.
Okay, that works too.
Okay. So we go to Jenling to see what's going on with her.
So, as you guys start rushing over towards Jenling, you look over your shoulders, and not too far away from you, you can see Judas running with all haste towards you.
I guess we keep running towards Jenling until Judas gets close enough. And I stop him and go, "What's going on?"
Is this to me or Jenling?
It's to you.
Alright, I just need to find the gentleman with Bartholomew. Yeah. I need to find Bartholomew. Figure out
Okay.
what book he was reading.
Okay. And so, with him being alright, I'm going to keep going after Jenling.
Sure. So as you head over towards Jenling, I'm assuming Benji's coming with you.
At this point, I'm doing what I'm told and just trying to be a team player and not fuck anything up. Pardon my French. Screw anything up.
As you get to the alleyway where Jenling is, you see her laying there on the floor fast asleep. And you see this young boy, about 12 or 13, seemingly trying to drag her.
I wish to pull out my spear, point at him, and tell him to drop the girl and leave.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to get her some help.
What happened?
Are you her friends?
I am. Back against the wall. What happened?
She just fell asleep. She was trying to ask me where my parents were, and I told her I didn't have any really, and I just had some people that looked after me. And then she started to follow me, and then she just fell asleep on the floor. I don't know what happened.
Basil. People just don't randomly fall asleep. I don't like this. This reeks of tomfoolery. You know, I don't like this. Is this kid? Do I get any kind of odd sense out of this kid? Like, is he like just blatantly straight up lying to us, or there's a modicum of truth to this?
You can try and read his body language.
I would love to attempt so.
Make me an insight check. So on an 18, you're watching him and his body language is too confident. It's almost arrogance that's coming across. But I will leave you with that just for a moment, as we are going to go for a very, very short break.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
We will be right back, folks. And I will also pause Archivist. Can someone please remind me to start Archivist back up when we come back?
I could try.
Yeah, Brett.
You should not be the one to do it.
Why is it always coming down to me? I'm not responsible.
I will do it.
Thank you.
I did do it
Finally.
last time. Don't even.
Courtney,
joke.
please don't enable him. We're trying to teach responsibility here, okay?
What's
And if he
that?
doesn't have it by now, he ain't gonna
What's-
get it.
Responsibility. What does that taste like?
I am the opposite of that word you said.
If there's a personal vocabulary, he did not write it down in that personal vocabulary. Okay, break time.
And then the awkward silence sets in.
Yep, sure does.
I mean, I'm watching my 8-year-old beat up my boyfriend, so
Oh, sorry, say
not
that
that
again?
awkward. So I'm watching my 8-year-old beat up Carrie,
Well,
taking it like a man.
who, Carrie or your 8-year-old?
The Carrie. No, Judas. I'm sorry.
I mean, I know who you're referring to. I just think it's just funny. Alright. I'm gonna go see if there's dessert. Be right back.
Sorry guys, I'll be 2 minutes.
Welcome back.
Everyone here?
Here.
Cool.
Here.
Click that button. And I have remembered to restart the thing as well. Benji is actually deafened himself, so I imagine Benji's here. Yeah.
Wait, nobody mentioned Archivist when he gets back. We gotta see if he actually remembers.
I just said I remembered. And Benji's back, by the looks of it. And welcome back, everyone.
Did you turn Archivist back on?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Good job, Benji.
Ew.
Hey, none of that. We are live on TikTok, and I will get banned for that kind of thing.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. So, when we left off, you were interrogating this boy, and you kind of just said, you know, he was trying to help her.
So yeah, I want to go ahead and bend down and act like I'm taking Jen Lee's vitals, but I'm going to cast Lay on Hands, and I'm going to try to wake her up from her sleep spell.
Isn't Lay on Hands just healing?
I googled it, and it said that I can use it to cure a creature affected by the sleep spell. I think I'm just expending 5 hit points.
Let me.
Yeah, there's other, like, you can spend 5 hit points to, like, cure disease as well and stuff, I believe.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. That's new to me. I don't know if that's 2024 or whatever, but we'll go with it.
No, I have to know.
Yeah, I'll just need to double check it, I think.
I just did a quick Google and it said I could do it, so.
Yeah, but
Oh, well, if Google says it.
it may be a
If you don't allow it, then that's fine. I'm not
no,
going to be hurt over that.
I'm just going to double check it because obviously I want to make sure this is accurate.
In the 2014 one, it says expend 5 to cure 1 disease or neutralize poison. Cure multiple diseases, neutralize multiple poisons.
Cure one disease or neutralize one poison effect. No, you can cure multiple diseases and neutralize multiple poisons in a single use of it, expending hit points separately for each one. Ah, okay. But it's not sleep. That must be the 2024 rules.
Okay. Well, boo.
However, it works. Because Genling wasn't asleep.
So then, with Jen Ling starting to regain consciousness, I'm going to focus my attention back to the boy and make sure he is against the wall and doesn't move.
Do I know what happened to me?
Make me a history check, see if you can recall it. Yeah, you can remember. The boy essentially pulled out a small pouch of something and launched it at you and it hits you square in the face,
Ah.
rendering you unconscious.
Boom, headshot.
I'll say.
Well, while Basil's has his spear pointed at the kid, I'll just like kind of get down and like be like wave my hand gently in his face, like, "Hey, are you okay? Can you hear and speak? Are you alright?"
Who's Basil?
Me, I am a bunny.
I thought it was Basil.
Oh, it's Basil, but
Ah,
it's the dang British accent. I'm getting used to it.
Don't be blaming me. Carry on.
Yeah. While Basil's is doing that, I am hopefully checking in on Genling and making sure that she's actually conscious and awake and fully functioning and there.
Yeah, she is.
Does she
Gonna-
tell us what happened?
You would let me.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah, okay, I'll tell you what happened.
Fascinating stuff. What I'm gathering from this is essentially the boy's a witch. or like an alchemist or something. I don't know, but
I'm no witch.
Who are you?
yeah. Why are you throwing powders in people's faces for no reason?
Let me just put it this way. I wasn't meant to reveal myself, but I feel I have no choice. Lay a finger on me and my father's wrath will come down on you all tenfold.
And that tells me what? What are you? Who are you? Who's your father?
You see him wave his hand, and he creates a minor image of Crudan.
Oh.
Benji, it's your time for revenge.
Okay, I hate his dad might be a bit of a prick, but it's not like I'm going to attack the child. Although he did kind of, the whole drugging people with powders and throwing it at their faces isn't exactly, a real positive.
Kind of seems like father, like son, in that respect.
It's not looking great, but we'll pass judgment in a moment. Kind of getting back to reality. I'm sorry. Are you trying to tell us that your big baddie Crudan's son? Is this what you're trying to tell us?
I'm not trying to tell you buffoons. I am telling you. So I suggest,
well, that's-
and you see his skin start to scale up. You watch what you say to me. Now, I could potentially get all 5 of you out of here safely and unscathed. Or I can have you all burnt to a crisp. It's your decision.
I mean, as little disrespect as I possibly can, despite my current tone, but your father has made it explicitly clear that anyone who talks out against him, he would rather have their head on a pike, and the ensuing army around the entire town is pretty much our doing. I'm left to wonder why you feel inclined to even assist us. Again, much as respect as I can possibly summon.
Well, currently you've got me backed against a wall with a spear in my face.
We could use this to our advantage. Having his son as a hostage.
And do you really think Krudan would give two rats' arse if I come out alive or dead? No, it'd just give him more reason to burn this place to the ground.
Do we just kill him now?
Do dragons taste good?
Hold on. Listen. If, and remember, this is quite a big if this had been anybody else, he could have literally fled or done anything, but I'm going to assume you have some level of power of your own. You're not exactly a useless or even weak individual. I gotta ask, what's in it for you? I mean, if it's all the same, is it just for fun? Do you need do you want something?
What's in it for me is irrelevant to you, but I'm sure your lives are worth something to yourself.
I'm detecting daddy issues.
Yeah.
I can't make it. To be honest, I'm having a hard time making heads or tails of this. I'm going to turn to the other person who's the functioning adult who has definitely probably more of a mindset to, question the current goings on, and I'm just gonna look at Genling and be like, it's a bit out of range of my scope of thought process right now. Thoughts on this? I mean, what are you thinking?
I would like to walk over to him, kind of like get eye level with him, and ask are you working against your father?
Your kind are certainly odd. What happened to your nose?
That is irrelevant.
I don't think it's got anything to do with your ears. But yes, your ears are a bit elephant-sized, I do agree.
I am in total shock. I'm just gonna back away.
I definitely audibly laughed out loud. That was right up Benji's fucking funny bone.
Shoot a dirty look at you.
It was kind of funny, objectively. Not that there's anything wrong with your nose or your ears. They're very proportionate. Promise. Just ignore me. Ignore me.
I say we take him back to the temple for safekeeping, and we continue our preparations.
Oh, you actually want to take me to the temple? Interesting. Do you think that wise, allowing a dragon into a temple?
Does my character know that that's a bad idea?
Make me an insight check.
Ah, crap.
Shit.
Oof.
At the moment, it is probably the best idea you've got. That's probably how you're viewing it, I would imagine.
Okay. So we'll keep him outside the temple. When we'll wait for the others to show up, while we can continue making our trap.
Fair enough. So, are you not all together? Oh no, you're not. Who's missing at the moment? Oh, Judas. I think Judas is the only one that's not there.
No.
Oh, sweetie.
So, whilst the rest of you escort this boy to the temple.
Also, Kelvin and I are in the library still.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, Kelvin and Auric are in the library, sorting through the books. Jinling and Sir Basil's are escorting this boy, along with Benji. Judas, you eventually managed to find the mayor. I think it was the mayor you were looking for. Oh no, it was Bartholomew. Sorry, you do.
Bartholomew, yeah.
Yeah, you will eventually find him. He's kind of by the front gates with the mayor, trying to like size up defences and shore things up.
I just want to ask Bartholomew which book and where it was in the library he was reading about.
I think the last place I saw it isn't it. I'm assuming you've checked the library and it's not there.
I have two others checking it. I left as soon as we realized we weren't going to be able to find it right away.
Very well, very well. It may very well be in my quarters if it's not in the library. I'm sure I did return it though.
And where's your quarters at in regards to the library?
My quarters are behind the altar.
And then what's the name of the book so that we have a title?
It was The Adventures of Cardamine.
Cardamine. Well, alrighty, thank you. I'll just head on back over to the church.
Sure. So, it will take you probably about another sort of 10-15 minutes to get back. As you are arriving back, in fact, you would probably be arriving at the same time the others are escorting this boy into the temple. And I can imagine they're kind of surrounding this lad. Obviously, bear in mind you have no idea what's going on.
I kind of creep up on one of them and kind of scare him a little bit and ask him just like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Oh, sir, you've got to help me. These people are trying to kidnap me.
Oh, these people wouldn't kidnap.
Oh, they would. Look, I was waiting for my family. And he sort of gives you the location of where he was waiting. He says, and then that lady there, she started chasing me through the streets.
I'll give Jinling a kind of look like, should I mess around with the child or should I just leave it be?
I'm gonna give that do it look.
Child abuse.
Kidnapping? Stranger danger? I wouldn't know where they were taking him. Just to the church in general. Temple, sorry. I'll kind of like rush to pick him up and run into the temple, but stop at the doorway, put him down, and kind of motion the other ones to hurry up.
It's okay, there is something I need to acquire in here anyway. It was worth a try.
Would I have overheard that?
Yeah, I mean, he's not saying it quietly. He's saying it very, very intentionally.
I wasn't intending on going really far with him.
Perhaps he shouldn't go in the temple. And I want to try and just trip him and put him on the ground if I can, and grapple him.
Sure, make me a grapple
Oh.
check.
Okay.
Fucking
Making a
RKO the child.
grapple. You're making a grapple against a baby dragon.
Oh no!
Oh
Oh no!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What do you do for your grappling checks?
So you need to roll an athletics check.
No.
Stingy, I heard him call you a peasant. Hey.
Decent. Maybe. He's in human form.
So
I'm wrong
as-
dragon in a second.
As you dive him, you do indeed manage to land on top of him and pin him to the ground. However, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. This may hurt a little bit. As you pin him down, you see his face change into a very, very sort of a very young looking red dragon as he opens his mouth and just spurts fiery embers into your face, and you will take 8 points fire damage. Wounds. Again.
Oh, thank you.
You're level 2, you should have more than... There we go. I was gonna say you should have more than 12 hit points.
Yeah.
I told you to let me go.
I don't want you doing anything, including being in the battle. You need to just relax.
Let me go, or next time I'll make sure that it's somewhere far more painful.
I just want to look over at Jen Ling. I messed up.
That you did.
What do you want to do?
Gosh, I don't know.
But perhaps let's all take a breather. Perhaps we don't tackle and grapple our guests, especially ones that can potentially melt your face off. Just a thought.
Agreed.
I'm sorry. I'm feeling rather embarrassed. I didn't even bother to ask your name.
I told you my name.
No, you actually didn't tell me your name. You said you were Crudan's son. You didn't actually tell me your name.
My name is Devin.
Devin. Devin. I am Benji. You can call me Benji or whatever you think you would like to call me. How about we start over on the right foot or the right claw in your instance?
You seem very nervous.
Well, you could say that. I do quite value my life, and I'm trying to find a good reason for the actions that we're taking right now. I'm just trying to keep everyone calm, mainly so I can wake up tomorrow and still have air in my lungs.
Oh, I've already said to your friends that if you wish to get out here alive, I can offer you a way out.
Yes, about that, is there any possible way that we can have a little more elucidation on that plan? Because,
Do you like living?
Questionable.
what, 80% of the time, yeah. Depends.
Oh, if you like living, then there is no more that you need to know, is there?
I'm pretty sure the rest of the town likes to live.
Yeah,
It's too
true.
late for them already.
I'm sorry, it's too late for them. Are you implying that they're just cannon fodder at this point?
Almost certainly. From what I heard, they will have one of two options: surrender, and in which case only most of them will die, or fight. And my father will ensure that all of them will.
Well, glad to see we're erring on the side of optimism. Is there any scenario in which case maybe a little, just the taintiest bit more than most of them dying is lessened? Is there any possibility of that?
Depends if they've got the gold to pay what they owe.
Right. Just throw my hands up. Well, I've exhausted pretty much all of my intellect at this point.
Why are you in this town? Were you
Yeah.
sent by your father?
Great question.
I'm
Great
here
question.
for a very specific reason, but again, not one that you need to know.
I may not need to know it, but the information could be helpful for both of us.
Yeah, we could help you. We're helpful people.
You want to help me, do you? Then
Depending on what it is. Which one?
Preferably the one that's outside, but I did want to take a gander at the one that was inside the temple. Well, thank you so much for inviting me in. It's made it so much easier.
I don't think that's a good idea to let him gander at it.
Wait.
And you're gonna.
Can we go back to the bartering thing? What's the price to leave the town alone?
The price to leave the town alone. The town has made their own decisions. The town currently owes 5,000 gold pieces. Far more than this puny little, hardly even call it a town, village has to spare.
Is the orb for you or for your father?
The orb is merely just to take down the town's defences.
So you want to see the town crumble down?
No. I want to see the majority of the people live, but that's not really an option.
Why not? I'm sure you could help make that happen.
Oh, I could, I just don't want to.
And how can we make you want to?
I don't have any. You don't have anything that you could offer me.
Not
Well,
even servitude.
Not presently. We don't have anything to offer you. However, we find ourselves to be a very effective ragtag team of adventurers, and we could potentially procure you something that you need.
You could.
This is true.
You won't.
You don't know that.
I want the orbs. That is my price.
What if we gave you the orb after we find a way to get everybody out of the town safely?
Then it'll be too late.
Crazy idea.
How exactly do you plan to get everyone out of here safely?
I don't think we should tell you that yet.
And why not? You've got me trapped. It's only us in here. Who am I going to be able to tell? I wouldn't be able to escape from people with such power at their hands. I'm just a
Slightly
child, after all.
You know, if you really wanted to escape, we all know you could. You want to be here.
Says who?
Your actions and the fact that you haven't escaped.
Perhaps I'm biding my time. Maybe I want to see exactly what you can do. Or perhaps, really, this is all just a front. And should you show a united force, I would be forced to truly submit. You're really not very good at this, are you, Elephant Ears?
Basils, Genling, Mr. Devon, would you give us just a moment to sidebar for just a moment? I promise you, very important. You'll very much enjoy what we come up with. Just a moment to sidebar. The two of you, can we just
Of course.
just a moment?
Are we leaving Judas to watch him?
No, Judas, I have to leave here pretty soon to go fetch a book.
We're just all I want to do is like step like 10 feet away. We can all kind of keep an eye on him still, but just like enough where we can create a bit of a distance and talk softly to each other.
Okay.
Okay.
So, am I still grappling him?
Kind of as if you let go when he burnt you.
Okay, so I get up off of him and I help Devin up and I apologize. Excuse me, sorry. And I go to bed.
Okay, so I'm getting the sense and the feeling that either we have to have a singular thought on this, or he's going to keep essentially running us round the bend. I'm a team player as much as I can be. I'm assuming Basil's is as well. Jinling, let's be very honest, you are the most adulting adult here. And despite his little quip about your not elephant ears and your very, very, very proportions, you kind of our go-to on this one.
Okay.
So, that being said, we either, I don't know, do we need to run this by everybody else? Do you think we should make an executive decision here? Supposedly, the priest said that the orb would hold out for quite a while, but tiny dragon over here, well, not tiny, but young dragon, is implying that it's all in vain. Now, I can't tell if that's just youthful pessimism or if he's being serious.
He also said that he doesn't really want to see the people die. And that I just feel like if we gave him the other orb, maybe he is actually good. Maybe he would actually try and help the town. Because why else would he be here?
If he doesn't want to see people die, then why is he essentially trying to rob them of their initial defense? See, this is the confusing part. Wants to not see people die, wants the thing that keeps them from dying. Yes, we could give him the other orb, but do we trust do we trust a dragon with an orb of power that we have very little information on, to be honest?
Well, why don't we ask Bartholomew what the other orb actually does?
But he doesn't want the other orb. He was just intrigued by it. He wants the orb that's protecting the town to bring down the barriers. He's still the son of what's his face. So there's still a sense of loyalty and duty as any child normally has.
Right, but we're also picking up senses of issues with. We pick up daddy issues as well with this. So I'm wondering if he's willing to rebel against his father. In which case, having a dragon on our side could have its advantages.
Yep, we have nothing to offer him to persuade him to come to our side.
He says he wants the orbs. What if the orbs offer him some kind of power that he could use? If he's telling the truth, again, it could be useful. Again, I'm not smart enough to be calling these shots, but this is just my 2 cents.
I think we need a big group huddle.
Big group huddle.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say big group huddle too. Honestly, if we could just all get on one page, maybe, I don't know, the bloody power of friendship will convince him or something. I'm not sure. At this point, more heads are better than ours.
Okay, so I'll stay here and watch Devin. I'm good with whatever the group decides. If you guys want to go to the library and huddle.
Yeah, I think we need a third, fourth, and fifth opinions, honestly. You sure you'll be alright here by yourself, just keeping an eye on him? He might not have exactly the greatest feelings towards you after your unconsequential...
Well, I'm sure it'll be great. I will some basil for my pack, and we'll have a great time.
How about I stay here with them and you guys go?
Because you're the most intelligent.
I wouldn't say that.
I kind of would, but I have to agree with you once again for the 1000th time that you should potentially keep an eye on these things to make sure it doesn't go, tits up. Give me a moment, I'll go confer with, everyone else. In which case I will trot off to go find everyone else.
So, meanwhile, we're going to rewind time just a little bit. Oric and Kelvin, who are down in the library, could you both make me one final investigation check, please?
Make it good.
Not bad.
I'm eating the books.
So, Kelvin, as you're flicking through these books, you're getting bored. And it gets to the point that you're just kind of just chucking them on piles. Alright.
Starting to think on whether or not they taste good or not.
Alright. As you're organising them by index number, you get to a certain point, you notice there is a rather large jump from index numbers 14 all the way to index numbers 17. Meaning it's not just one book that's missing, there is a whole host of books missing.
Kelvin, we seem to be missing some books over here. Wonder if this is what we're looking for.
Missing books? That doesn't make sense. I counted them. We have all the numbers.
You may have miscounted.
No, I don't think so. Trust me. I have an intelligence of 7. I'm pretty smart.
Kinda hard to trust you right now when I'm looking at it with my own eyes.
Auric, you have to believe me. They're all there.
I've done all this work. You just sat there and read a book. Something about a fourth wing. I don't know. Well, I've been organizing everything, and we are missing a few books.
Hey, don't diss this book, okay? It's a very tragic love story, alright?
Sorry, just not something I'm into. Maybe we go find Bartholomew. I don't know. I don't think it's here.
Maybe we should go see, maybe we should go try to find Benji. He's the smart one of the group. You know, maybe he can really, help us with that.
As you guys start wrapping up, you hear footsteps coming down the stairs towards you. This is indeed your allies.
Is that you, Benji?
Looking at all the books and the tomes, like, wow. This would be a really impressive place if I liked reading.
Well, you are the smart one, so we're looking for a book.
Yeah, you see, the thing is about being the smart one. I'm currently finding. Well, I've hit a bit of a brick wall with something. Could I potentially persuade all of you to just come with me for a bit of a moment? We've run into a bit of an issue. I kind of need the whole gang for this one.
Benji, we really need to find this book about an iron flame.
I don't think that's what it was called.
How do I put this in simple terms? Here's your iron flame, and it's way down here on the tiny list of my priorities. This is what I'm offering right about now. Really important that you come with me, like now.
What is this about, Benji?
Good enough for me?
Well, I'll explain as we go. Okay, I'll just follow me, and hopefully the both of them will come with me. And while we are getting back to Devon and to Basil's and Genling, we are explaining the entire. I explained like the entire thing, essentially, what has transpired, and our current dilemma as far as: do we use his assistance? Do we not use his assistance? Kind of the dilemma we have fallen ourselves into.
How are you describing said kid to us?
As accurately as one could, but obviously with a little less of a there's a little snideness in there, and obviously I'm a little bit salty about his father still calling me a peasant. So there's a bit of an emotional bias there, but I'm still trying to keep it as neutral as I can.
So you are saying he's a dragon and the son of Crudan, correct?
Oh, yeah. I'm being incredibly descriptive as far as like the information goes.
Well, as you do that, Oric will pull out his warhammer and his shield and start running towards.
Oric, no, this is not.
Told us to go.
This is not a murder situation. What the fuck?
All dragons must die. And I am.
Hey, Benji, I have a question for you real quick.
Is this really the moment to be asking? Oric's about to run off and murder a child, essentially.
Do you believe that childs take on the sins of their parents?
Oh my sweet Jesus, this is not the time for a morality issue.
Unfortunately.
Well then, when is, Benji?
Unfortunately.
Not when. Oh my God, Ulrich! Get for the love of God! And I'm just gonna start running back after him too. Get back him!
Sir Basil's and Judas and Jinling, you hear the sound of armor clanging against stone steps, charging up into your general direction from the library.
This isn't good.
There's gonna be a very muted but still hopefully audible enough version of me yelling, "For the love of God, stop him before he does something he regrets!"
What can I do?
Oric will stop it in front of him. Does he still have like the scales showing, or is he back to his?
He just looks like a normal boy. Oh,
He will start breathing heavily.
Oric, what's wrong? What's going on?
Oh, it's okay. Your friends have, you have obviously felt very intimidated by the presence of a child, and need to show your superiority off by wielding weapons and showing off your muscles in front of them. It's quite okay, honestly. Oric, wasn't it your name?
Yes. And your father is Krudan.
Yeah.
The killer of my clan.
Oh, you have it wrong. You see, your clan killed themselves by not adhering to the rules. That is how things work.
I'm slowly stepping towards them.
Oh, please. You're not going to do anything with that toothpick. I've already got your friends running around in circles, and I'll say the same thing to you as I said to them. Lay a finger on me, and my father's wrath will come down on you tenfold, and this puny little town will not just be destroyed, it will be completely levelled. Could you lift
Who's
that
to
on your
say?
conscience?
So
Who's to say your father would find out
Hmm.
who killed you?
My father already knows.
Can I intervene here just for a moment? And I'd like to step in between Devin and Oric and turn to Devin. Apologies. Oric, let's wait for everyone else to show up and then we can figure this all out together as a group. Because none of us are really smart enough to handle this right now. And your anger is
And you
very
never will
high.
be.
I just want to turn and look at him and go back to focusing on work.
Tell me,
Or just stops and is just staring.
I mean, if this is the best that this town has to offer, my father's going to be bored within a couple of minutes. You have at least to try and make it interesting for him. You know, I'm sure he was very excited by the light show, but unfortunately for all of you, that light show is going to have to come to an end soon.
Is Judas with us?
At this point, I think you're all together.
I'll just look at Judas and be like, do you know where it is with what we need? If so, go get it.
So told me to go get it, so I'll go check the library, looking for the title of the book that he told me.
He did tell you it was in his chambers.
He said it might be in the chamber.
I know you said it might be in chambers, but you also know that the books in the library have already been sifted through.
Oh, okay. I'll go check his chambers then.
So as you head round to the back of the chambers, you look around, you notice there are quite a few books scattered over the floor, all open on similar pages. And they are talking about weapons. But not just any weapons. Very, very powerful, ancient and rare artifacts.
I mean, knowing that, I'll probably take all the books then.
Sure, so you pick up about £50 worth of books.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of books there. Books are heavy.
Yeah, they are. I don't know what to do.
I mean, if you want to carry the books out, you can carry the books out.
I mean, I'm gonna have a hard time carrying the books out, but yeah, I'll try that.
Sure, so you pretty much drag them or push them or shove them or kick them across the floor. And it takes you a good sort of like 10 minutes to get back to the lobby. Meanwhile, whilst you're doing that, this young dragon is facing Auric. Do you know what I like most about your people? The dwarves, I mean, not the riffraff that you keep company with now. They are such a formidable people. They are so strong-willed and, much like the earth, very immovable. I think that's why I enjoyed breaking them so much.
I'd like to step out of the way.
It was quite the spectacle from what I can remember. For so many years, humans thought themselves the penultimate beings. You're little more than mice. Oh, Auric, be a dear with you and just untie me.
He's not tied.
Sorry?
He's not tied up. We never tied up Devin.
Sorry, that's my fault. I assumed he was still being held or...
No, because I got off of him. I apologize.
Oh, okay,
And he was just.
Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. In which case, as Judas is coming out with all the books, he sort of turns to you all and says, "Now, do you think that sacrificing yourselves for this teensy-wincy village of people is worth dying for? I mean, if you let me save you, then who knows, perhaps you could come on to be some great vanquishers." But alas, you do not have the skill or the wit about you to even consider achieving that. He's gonna sort of get off of the wall that he's been leaning on. And he's gonna start walking towards the door of the temple.
I just look towards us, the party. What do we do?
Well, I will give you 30 seconds to decide on how exactly you would like to proceed. By that time, your time will be up, and I will have to make the decision for you.
And then what? You steal the orb and everyone comes attacking this village?
I never said that. That was you that said that.
Devin, are you prepared to fight against your father right now?
Who said anything about fighting against him? He's been listening to this entire conversation, sizing you up and measuring you out. It's the only reason why I knew he would give you a surefire way to get out of the town without hurting yourselves.
We've lost so much time.
Oh, you have? Yes. The people outside are starting to panic.
So basically, the choice is. Go ahead, Bay.
No, I'm gonna go back to making my bombs and getting ready for the fight.
So I guess the choices are either get out of the town or fight, right?
We'll try and find a way to get the town people in the town to safety by trying to find this hidden doorway.
So we just put it to a vote.
Yeah, if you want to.
Benji?
This is what, a town of like 100 or so odd people against a circling force of 4 to 5 times that.
I mean, there's still quite a lot of people in this town. There's, sort of 250, 300 people in this town. As a minimum.
Okay, well,
Let's just assume, in a perfect world. Well, I'm not even going to say it. Let's look at the facts. On paper, the smaller, untrained force against the larger, much more efficient and militarized force is probably not exactly our best bet. I'm all for digging in and setting up defenses and leaving a couple of surprises for these pricks once they break through this. But at this point, honestly, getting these people the hell out, if not just some other option. If I'm thinking as pragmatically and as logically as I can, I'm going to say finding or hopefully searching for this tunnel is our best bet. In the meantime, we can try to shore up some of the town's defenses if worst comes to worst, but my big bet is find the tunnel.
okay, one for the tunnel. Genling?
Now I got this stuck in my head.
I love The Lion King 1.5. What a great fucking shit. What a great fucking...
Anyone else have a vote?
I have a couple questions.
Of course you do. You have nothing but questions.
If we were to take the offer of you helping us get out, how long do we have until we would leave?
We'd have to do it now.
Okay.
Are you only talking about our party?
Indeed.
Yes. So we wouldn't have time to at least give the town a fighting chance.
You have time to give the town a fighting chance now. It's entirely up to you what path you take.
Okay. Where were you taking me when you knocked me out?
Oh, I was just going to leave you in a corner somewhere away from me.
Okay. I'm for the tunnel.
Okay, 2 for the tunnel. Carrie?
Judas.
Sorry, Judas.
Oh yeah, I was gonna be very witty about that one. I'd say the tunnel.
Okay, that's 3 for the tunnel. Warwick, Basil, do either of you vote tunnel?
He won't
can't-
give us time for the tunnel. He's talking about taking the orb that protects this town. It's either we take his deal and leave, or this town gets decimated with us in it or not in it.
I mean, Judas could have the book about the tunnel in his hands right now.
You could have. Maybe you do. So guys,
Warwick, what's your vote?
I'm on the side of the town, whatever that may be.
Very well. Just understands that you will likely be the first on my father's sites. Good day. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take a 5-10 minute break. We're going to let you guys decide what you would like to do and how you wish to proceed. And I will see you guys on the stream in about 5-10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Oh boy.
I'm going to pause our service again. How are you guys enjoying the session?
Oh, being insulted. Love it.
It's my first session and I'm about to die.
Don't.
That was
Hey,
our
don't.
first session.
I was gonna say me and Steven about died in the first session, so you're par for the course.
Okay.
So, give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So
I'm
it
just
seems like
gonna bring in my headphones.
yeah, no worries. Seems like the majority of us are thinking tunnel.
What if there is no tunnel? He's just leading us on.
That's
I
kind of
don't
where
think he's-
I'm.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. That's kind of where I'm leaning on to. Like, I think I'm gonna cast Bless on you guys and hope you guys find the tunnel, and seeing if I can't prepare the people, at least whoever's in shouting distance, see if we can't organize something.
I still don't think he's going to give us time. He's talking about grabbing the orb now in 30 seconds.
I mean,
What if we
part of me is
delay him
also
somehow?
part of me is also thinking that the tunnel is just a trap. Like, there could be a tunnel, but it's his father. He's been listening to the whole conversation, and he says he's going to save us from the conflict. But that means his father is either going to torture us worse or has some kind of negotiation.
Hold on.
Something is going to happen.
Hold on. Before we totally jump the gun on Dad's listening in, okay, I actually think he's full of shit. I think he is saying this because essentially his dad is like his dad is the stick that you can essentially show people and threaten them with. But he sent his cronies to do this. If he wanted to destroy this town and he wanted to be a part of this, he would do it himself. He sent his his thugs to do this. There is a decent chance that yes, he could be lying one of 7 different ways about the tunnel, about letting us escape, about all of it. The big thing is past the possible bullshit of him threatening us with Crudan potentially listening in on, or past all the BS when it comes to, essentially mocking us. The big swing is we absolutely know and can confirm that he is a young dragon, which means he's possibly out of our ballpark to, tango with. So fighting him in a head-on confrontation is probably not an option. So it is either straight up agree with his unknown motive for taking this orb, or likely die trying to defend the town. Now, I'm all for trying to get these people the hell out, but first priority should be making sure that we have a swift escape. I don't know if there's some way that we can hedge our bets on 2 fronts.
I just don't see us being high enough level, having the tools to hedge our bets on both fronts at the moment. And I definitely don't see us having the, if we're facing a force of thousands, even with 300 townspeople, there's no way, just logically speaking, none of us have the abilities to even take on 10 people at once.
So we're just putting this in blind faith on Devin.
I mean, yeah, basically. But I don't, at this point, it's if we stick with the town, we die. I think if we fight a young dragon, we die. If we go with him, we live to fight another day. That's the way I approached it.
Right. I mean, short-term suffering for these people versus long-term liberation or better conditions if they essentially go through a hardship now versus essentially being put to the torch. I don't want to give the man the orb because his motives are completely unknown, and that is clearly a powerful artifact. But I don't know. He came here of his own accord. He was incognito, masquerading as a child. There are too many variables that lean more towards he has his own agenda and is not working with his father versus he's just the plaything. No, he's too intelligent. Intelligent people don't like being the plaything for other people, especially for, say, I don't know, the father that you assume is old and probably vapid, and you're young and you have the assumption the whole I can take on the old man. He's, he ain't nothing kind of vibe. I think he has a motive. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's, in some ways, maybe not in the nicest way, but in some ways it's opposed to Crudan's thoughts or his direct aim. I don't know. These are, like I said, these are 30-second thoughts that I'm literally just bringing out of thin air right now. So somebody please tell me if any of this makes any sense.
I mean, I definitely think it does. Like,
Why don't we try and plead with him?
Like
uh,
appeal to like some level of like humanity, or just like beg for like mercy kind of a deal.
I don't think really dragons deal with pleads of humanity that often. They don't really,
Yeah.
I mean,
do you-
if he helped save the town's indebted to him pretty much. So why don't we plead to his, I don't know, his dominating side?
The ego side.
Yeah.
That's actually a good approach.
yeah.
Might be worth
We-
it, honestly.
Do we think though that it's too soon? I feel like he's very much like, if he's somewhat even against his father, I feel like he's not at the stage where he wants to like make it super well known. Otherwise, he would have just come in his dragon form.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if he helps the town, we owe him one for like a time of his choosing. Because I feel like if he wants to make a move, it's not now; it'll be in the future. So it has to be
Oh,
like
that-
a range checky.
Let's
Which would-
assume he wants to take his father's place. Only way
Yeah.
he's really ever going to be able to do that is to get everybody against his father and in favor of him. What a better way to do so than by saving the people?
I mean, that could work. I mean, we basically just be pulling a move right out of the CIA's playbook, you know?
Right.
Creating chaos
Essentially,
and installing a new regime.
the counter-terrorist part of that would also indicate if you want to make a move on your opponent, you continuously undermine their authority while outwardly and publicly showing your support for them. That way, when you do undermine them, it is something that is privately done, not publicly seen. So him supporting the raising of this town leads, if I had to take an educated guess, him getting us out of town, specifically our venturing group, is like the beginning stages of him being like, okay, here's a group of people that, foolish and like inefficient as I may think they are, they're the start of something, but I have to essentially agree with putting an entire town to the torch in order to make it look like I am publicly still on my dad's side.
It's very much like the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, right?
Essentially, and I guess if he's like hedging his bet on the end, it's essentially just like a few hundred townsfolk, which he knows like are just essentially just cannon fodder, even when they group together as a whole, versus while we are slightly kind of misaligned, we're still, I don't know, we're still kind of a breadth above your average person, which means we have, as he pointed out, we have the potential to be something better, something greater. I felt like that was a dig, kind of like you could, but you won't, because you are honestly dumb enough that you're not going to realize that even though you have to make a tough decision, you're effectively going to like that I don't know, that moral high ground of yours is going to get you killed before you can grow enough to really choose the battle that's worth fighting.
So are you saying that we should go with him then? Essentially?
The more I
That's
the
how
more
view it.
I hate that I'm kind of like reneging on my opinion, but the more I talk about it, the more I'm actually kind of convincing myself. Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, this is my opinion. There's 5 other people here, so I'd at least like to get a sense of what everyone else's thought process is on this.
I mean, your thought process makes sense. Coming from a drunk guy, that's pretty good.
I told you he was the smart one. Is there anybody who, at this moment, has any theories or like positions that would trump what Benji is suggesting.
No.
No.
Judas, you've been listening very eagerly.
He's not even there.
Well,
He was
shit.
outside smoking without headphones and then just walked into the bathroom. So he's not even there.
Gotcha.
Well, really, the last person I'm very concerned about is Auric. Auric's, well, you have more of a reason to be a bit more emotionally attached to this. And where's your head at, buddy? It's been a bit of a whirlwind for you.
Siding with the dragon is not the path of renewal. Can't rebuild and forge from destruction.
They didn't
Like this.
necessarily say they were siding with him, they just said a temporary truce with him, from what I could gather of the conversation.
It's choosing the lesser of two evils.
And the people of this town, what happens to them?
I mean, if you're that eager to die, you're that eager to die. But there's absolutely no way that we stay here and win.
We don't have
Unless-
a fighting chance.
Yeah, unless you're packing some shit that we don't know about.
Speaking of packing shit, Dave, I don't have anything. I don't have a weapon, nothing.
Oh, I need to sort your inventory out.
Oh God!
Bare knuckle fighting.
It's fine.
Defenseless.
We will sort your
What do you mean? You got two fists?
We'll
Oh, hey,
sort
can I
your-
have an inventory too?
Who?
Can I have an inventory as well?
You should do.
I have a rapier.
Oh, what's happened to your...
Oh.
What's happened to everyone's inventories? Can everyone quickly check their inventories, please?
I mean, mine's
Hey, you gotta
okay.
have fun.
Oh my god, I suddenly am missing 5,000 gold pieces.
Yeah,
What is
Wouldn't that be
going
enough to
on?
save the town?
yeah. Where's my legendary black razor? I had it tucked away.
Where's my Warhammer of Dragons
So
ring?
I think there's only two of yours that have inventories missing. We'll sort that out for the start of next session, or if it becomes relevant, I will sort it out tonight.
I mean,
Well-
Oric, like, let's be correct in this, though. Like, your issue is with Crudan, not necessarily, like, his son, right? It was on Crudan's order and Crudan that, like, killed your people.
If you want to get technical, yes.
I mean, that's why I posed the question earlier. Do the sins of the father fall onto the son?
Oh, that is such a good line. But you see, he is so full of rage and anger. He fails to see that I have no part to play in it. That's not to say that if I didn't have a part to play in it, I wouldn't have made the same decision my father made. That's not to say that I would have made a different decision.
Yes, but we'll never know because you weren't in the position to make one.
Oh, if only there was somebody here who could tell you what decision they would have made.
What decision would you have made, Devin?
I'd have left. I would have made sure that only one or two were left standing. That way, at least somebody would have been alive to tell the story. And I mean the true story, not the one that this hefty oaf is carrying around with him.
He just called me fat.
He called you strong.
I thought he called you fluffy.
Yeah.
That's another word for fat.
No, look at me. I'm fluffy and I'm strong. See? Look. Fluffy is strong.
He's not fat, it's all the hair. It makes him look poofy.
All right, but semantics. The semantics are aside, and I'm gonna kind of have this very much buddy. I need you to look at me and look at my eyes. I'm going to specifically address Orc. Do you want to avenge your family? Do you want to avenge your clan? Because from the short time I've known you, I assume that this is your primary driving force, yes?
Yes.
You can't avenge them if you're dead. You have an opportunity here. A real opportunity. I don't know where you have been doing. I do not know where your path has led you, but it has led you specifically to this point. There are 5 other people here who are willing to put their backs and help you out with what your goal is. But if you choose to stay and die, everything that you wanted to do dies with you, including the hopes that your clan will have their revenge. For once, I need you to calm your emotions. Think logically.
He's a dwarf. He's ruled by his emotions, especially rage. Such a beautiful emotion, rage.
I don't want...
You throw all caution to the wind and...
Oh, you're missing the point. Actually, for the first time in this entire conversation, I actually think you don't understand. I don't want you to forget your rage, buddy. I want you to hold on to this. I want it to fester inside of you. I want it to become an unbridled, absolutely fucking violent fire in your soul. But I want you to hold it. And I want you to hold it until the last possible moment when you are standing in front of your true enemy.
Oh, I see. You want him to sacrifice himself for you.
We're friends. I'm your friend.
Are you?
And I
You're
truly...
encouraging him down a path of self-destruction. That's a very odd friendship.
And despite what anyone else may tell you, whatever else you may hear, I've got your back. Can you trust us?
I've heard that.
For just...
I've heard that phrase before, I've got your back. I think the next time I saw the person who that was said to, there was a knife sticking out of it. He did quite literally have his back. Separated his spine from the rest of his body and kept it as a trophy.
Orc will just scream out and then slam his warhammer into the ground. And we'll turn around and sit down and start praying.
Look at that. A dwarf with self-control. Are you even a dwarf at all?
I wish to join him in prayer.
Your clansmen would be awfully disappointed that you didn't take the opportunity.
I'm gonna sit down and kind of face him and just be there and just say nothing and kind of silently just act as like emotional support.
What are you saying in your prayers, Auric?
I am praying to my god, Trilenor, to give me the strength to find the path of the renewal of my clan that I am searching for. And kind of looking for some insight on, do I go with the group and we leave and then hopefully be able to kill Crudan later on,
Mm-hmm.
or is the path that I want to take personally the right one or not? It's kind of what I'm praying to, seeking guidance for.
Sure. Go ahead and make me a fate roll, please.
Into the dice tower?
Yeah, if you want. I like that idea,
Yeah.
actually. I'm just looking for something. Bear with me, I'm looking through my notes quickly. Yep, cool. As you're praying to Trelenor, you hear his voice. And he says to you, renewal is what we make of it. Sometimes we have to burn in our own ashes to be reborn. Other times we can find a second life from one of old. Only you truly know your heart. But I recommend you follow it. For to not follow your heart is to poison your mind.
Okay. I will put my heart into Benji's hands and trust what he said in the group.
Gutless coward. Well, that explains why you're still alive, I suppose. Probably ran away when my father came and flattened your village.
Guys.
Hmm?
I think we should take on the baby dragon. I think we should fight him.
Okay.
I love that response. Oh,
I
okay.
have 12 hit
Okay.
points.
There's 6 of us, one of him.
You mean this? Like,
Yeah, I do actually.
Is this an outward thing, or are you giving us the the eye symbol, like, hey, you want to fuck this dude up?
It's like an eye symbol. I will grab my imaginary weapon and kind of like tap on it.
if I get that symbol, I'm throwing a guiding bolt.
Can you make a performance check, please?
She's like a baseball coach at an MLB game, just giving all the all the motions.
Am I supposed to throw the performance check?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you're signing to the group.
Shit.
Do we have to make a perception to see if we actually understand too?
Ooh.
Yes.
I think we need insight, not perception, for this one. Or investigation.
Yeah, you'll need to make at least a couple of insight checks, please.
Shit.
this
+5 on that.
isn't going well.
Hold on, I'm
Yes, that one.
Jiminy Chris.
None of you, absolutely none of you, get what she is hinting at.
Not even me? Oh,
Oh my god!
Not on a 15, you don't. Not when she rolled a 3 on her performance.
No.
So this is completely bypassing us.
What if I start like really loud and trying to get their attention?
My darling, elephant ears, you've
Hey!
you really need to perhaps find yourself a nice bard college to teach you some acting skills. Fellas, she's saying she wants to attack me. But as I am your only surefire safe way out of this place, that would be very foolish.
As soon as he says that, guiding bolt.
Oh my fuck.
You're actually going to guide him, Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a miss. You're lucky. So he just ducks out of the way and goes, very bad idea. As you just see his wings suddenly burst out. As his claws start to form now. He's not even quite classed as a young dragon. He's fairly small. But Sir Basil's felt his fire. And his fire could do a lot of damage to the group very, very quickly.
It hurts, guys. It hurts.
You hear his voice in your heads, as he is now in his dragon form. My father will be seeing you again soon, but perhaps you should take a look out of the window as he walks out of the temple and takes flight.
Run for the orb, guys.
Out the window.
As you guys look out the window, you see that he was not the only baby dragon that had infiltrated the town.
No.
He was buying your time.
Well,
As you suddenly see the field drop. As these baby dragons suddenly leave the immediate vicinity. You hear the war drums once again start up. You hear the mayor shouting to his people. Leave the weapons. Put them on the floor. We surrender today, and maybe, just maybe, Crudan will be kind to us.
Out the back door, maybe.
there was only one orb on the.
On the pedestal outside there was only one orb.
The other orbs downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
That leads out to the sea, does it not?
Yeah.
Could try to swim away.
Good luck.
Oh Jesus.
What if we go back down to the orb and touch it and ask for protection?
We can try that.
Please ask Karlak for protection. You're in the temple of her sister. Please, I beg of you.
When I touched the other orb, they said that they do not interfere
Mm-hmm.
in things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would do anything to help us. Especially not people who do not pray to her. Especially.
Suddenly you hear the screams of the townsfolk outside. And you can see the militant Dwager and Dwarven armies pushing people back as a few individuals with very large shovels start digging a huge pit in the middle of the town. This pit is about 60-70 foot across, so it's quite large. Just for a little perspective, 60 feet on this map. So obviously that's not quite to scale properly, but that would be comparatively about the size of the pit. Oh, I need to share the map, don't I? There you go.
They are planning to massacre and bury him.
You said anything about
I think
that?
I think we need to start going through these books and finding this tunnel.
Yes.
Is there anything nearby to barricade the temple door?
Make me a perception check.
Oh. Yeah. Hey. Look at that.
I
There's-
will help with the barricading.
There's nothing in your immediate vicinity that you can see.
Wait, I
And
rolled
alright-
deception.
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing immediately. There's nothing immediately that you can see that you'd be able to grab within range. But it would only take two of you to bring a couple of those heavy stone bookcases up the stairs.
I can help with that.
Yeah, same.
While they're
I'm a
doing
little
that, I want to
short,
start
but I
reading the
am
books.
strong.
Okay, I'll start reading books too.
Can I get a group of athletics check for those who want to try and help move the shelves?
Sure.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Be strong, guys.
Hey, like
I think we need to be focusing on our own survival from now on.
No!
Now we know the weakest link.
So
Oh.
as you guys are moving these shelves into place and sliding them up to the doors, one of you is probably watching out the window, and you see as in the time it's taking you to get these stone shelves upstairs, which would have taken you a good 10-20 minutes, you see outside this large pit has now been dug, and the soldiers and the men are being thrown into this pit, and over the top of it a large cage is placed by Crudan himself. He declares the town under martial law, and those that obey him will be spared. Those that disobey him will have to watch one of their loved ones die. Slowly.
Perhaps it might be time that we leave. By sea might not be a bad idea.
Did we find anything in the books?
Not yet. But you've got the books for somebody grabbed from the back room.
If we have like a decent enough viewpoint of what's outside, has any soldier or anyone from the opposing force been moving outside of the town square, like around town or towards us at all?
They're slowly starting to spread out throughout the town. There is now encampments in the town being set up.
Is there a way I can make like a guesstimation of how much time we have before they potentially come near the temple?
It's hard to say.
Let's just assume that time is never on our side. Well, we have to figure out where this tunnel is, and if we stay here, we are setting ducks, and we are quite literally plating ourselves up to be served. I say we all start brushing through these books as fast as we can and hope to whatever gods or goddesses are out there that we find something. At a certain point, we'll have to abandon the reading and flee for our lives.
Ivan?
2 seconds as well, so I just got to take something to my missus.
Raise of hand. Who's mad at me?
I'm not.
Nobody? That's good.
I'm not mad at you, though, Steven, I'm about to fucking kick you in the butt.
He said that she's telling us to attack. I attack. I can't help it.
I had that whole speech lined up for you to calm your ass down.
And I listened.
Completely ignored.
In his defense, it wasn't his idea. The seed was planted. He did listen. He was a good boy.
Yeah, you can't blame him.
What's he being blamed for?
Once again, my logic has been inceptioned. Alright, real talk though. We gotta either A, find an escape route or figure out a way to get the hell out, because the whole barricade thing is just to buy us time.
If need be, I can buy more time for you all. This is my fight. But I am willing to stick with the group. But if you need more time, I will get it for you.
I think the tunnel is our best option. Second option, we can try and sneak up to the docks and leave on a boat. 'Cause I don't think there was a boat downstairs. I don't remember there being a boat downstairs.
I could go and check right fast.
No, there was no boat.
Okay. Oh yeah, you were with me.
Yes.
I think it just led to the sea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow.
We can try and makeshift the boat, but who knows how long that'll last.
Bind the books together.
I would just
What is he?
think.
Books are heavy.
Not quite as buoyant as you want them to be.
Trees are heavy. Thanks, Luke. Dwarven logic right here.
Never toss a dwarf.
But I still think the tunnel is our best option. And there's still women and children in this temple that we should try and take with us if we can.
There are.
Oh, I forgot about them.
They haven't been mentioned.
Holy shit! I forgot about them.
They ran in when we took down the barrier around the temple.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah, there was something. Well, there's shit out of luck. They're not down here.
I mean, you just barricade them in with the stone shelving units.
We're the worst.
Look, we're not a very intelligent group, so
We're really new to this.
We're not the worst. We're just not the nicest.
God damn you, Barrett.
Where's Bartholomew in all this?
Bartholomew, he's outside. He
In the
is,
pit.
he's dead.
No, he's not dead. He is currently hanging by his hands from the very top of Crudan's cage.
Fucking brilliant.
Well, that doesn't sound safe.
We did that man dirty.
It's alright. I mean, this way he doesn't have to pay off his kegs.
Forgot. Look, Kelvin was the one who talked him into all this, so I blame him.
So, with you, the party, needing to find a way out of the town, Crudan's forces successfully causing martial law within the town. The town's high cleric hanging from his wrists, and the people of the town terrified to their core. Auric managed to hold his cool against one of Crudan's kin. But was it the right call? Or was Auric holding himself back a mistake? You'll only know the answers to these questions if you return next week.
Evil.
Dun dun dun.
So guys, gals, non-binary pals, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for everyone watching the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, obviously don't forget to like and share it and all the rest of it. You can also join one of my games by doing what these guys did, going to startplaying.games and looking me up. I am the captain of the ssadventurer. All my games are on there. I currently have games at 7 PM EST on a Monday night. I have a campaign at 2 PM EST on a Tuesday night, 2 PM EST on a Wednesday night, and 4 PM EST on a Saturday. So if you are interested in any of those, please do come and check those out. Other than that, may all your 20s be natural. Good night.